Hello, my name is Thomas Dunkel. I am a male, native Californian, having been born and raised in the Sierra Nevada mountains above Fresno. I went to school in some very small schools in the Sierra Nevadas, and I graduated from high school from Sierra High. It's in Toll House, California, and these are all in the mountains above Fresno, California, the kind of big town around us. Um, from high school, I graduated and attended Fresno City College, a community college, and I got a Associate of Arts degree there in social science. Um, and once I finished there, I went to the University of Wisconsin, La Crosse, and got a Bachelor of Science. I was dual majored in archaeology and history, and so that was the highest traditional education I received. I, of course, then spent many years um, programming switches that ran telephones for a company called Ponderosa Telephone Company, and they sent me to a lot of small schools after that, but earned very little traditional education after that. Um, I currently am a substitute teacher for about three different school districts. One is Fresno Unified, the other is Sierra Unified, and the final is Fowler Unified, all in the Central Valley region of California. At Fresno, I had a chance to do a long term for Ahwahnee Middle School as a science teacher, and this is my class right there. And then after that long-term experience, the school kept bringing me back to teach all their classes, and so I've spent a lot of time in the Fresno Unified System. Uh, I find inspirational my crazy theater family. When I first moved back to my hometown area, I had five children, and my ex-drama teacher asked me to take over the community theater. And from there, my kids were raised in community theater for the past 15 years. And I find my family inspiring because of their creativity, but also because of their resilience. They they overcome obstacles that are in their path, and although we struggle with the same things anybody else does, they always seem to overcome. My wife Heather graduated from Onalaska High School right there around La Crosse, just north of La Crosse, and she of course is the first inspiration. This is her at her graduation, and of course my kids are the next. My daughter Molly did a foreign exchange in Brazil, where she met a gentleman from the country of Mexico, and he was also serving a foreign exchange, and they fell in love. Here's an example of their 4th of July celebration down there in Mexico. This is my daughter Emily and my granddaughter, and this is my son Connor in the play Peter and the Starcatcher. That is also me back there. This is the whole group. My son Christian, and a funny thing happened on the way to the forum, and my son Kirk, who was working at a game store at the time. But all of them do keep creativity in their lives, and they just show how rich that can be. So the question of diversity, Fresno is a very diverse area, and in many, many, many ways. And of course, I'm very involved with the community in Fresno in several ways. These events might be ones that I've attended Asian Fest and This is a picture of some of the graduates from Fresno Unified. So there's a lot of different ethnicity, of course, in our system, but there's also quite a community of people who might identify with different pronouns, a gay and lesbian population. Some of these things are thrown in there, like I did this gentleman's high school reunion. He was also in Willow. He's a dwarf, and then these people up in the corner here, I met them at an airport and we had a chance to talk. They are the ones who the movie McFarland is about the farm workers in McFarland, California. So it's lucky because in California, and especially in Fresno, it's a very diverse area. And so my interaction here, you could say I've interacted across a lot of different types of people. And that's the best way I've come up with to say it currently. What makes me laugh? Well, the unfortunate truth about me is I laugh a lot, and I find most things funny. My father used to say, laugh and the world laughs with you, cry and you cry alone. That being said, I'd like to say that two plays, and I love theater, that make me really, really laugh are A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum and Peter and the Starcatcher. Both very well written and really funny theater comedies. I would suggest to anybody to go see them if they come close to them. How can I feel valued? Well, that's it's pretty easy for me. I love school, students and teachers, and great discussions that you can have in great classes, teachers that inspire and move those discussions along, and involve me in them. That does make me feel valued. I love to be a part of a classroom setting. So my creativity is going to come in the form of a poem. I wrote this today when I saw this assignment, and but you'll have to pardon it because this assignment was huge for me. But I decided to write a haiku, and this is about me and family. Mom, dad, and 5 kids all started in the 90s, are voting today. That reflects the fact that all of my kids are now grown and out of high school, and I'm off onto a new career field. So I hope you enjoyed this, and it was good getting to present a little bit about myself to the class.